tiny Silicon Valley startup with big dreams to revolutionize the motor industry. Today, it's grown into the world's biggest producer of electric vehicles and a leader in sustainable technology. CEO Elon Musk has been at the heart of Tesla's success, but he's also been a controversial figure, and some of his recent actions are now raising questions about the company's future. With me in the studio is Theo Leggett, our international business correspondent. Theo, we've seen so much on Tesla, who is buying it, who is perhaps not buying it, who's selling their cars if they've got them. Politics and business have collided, haven't they?
They have, and that's largely because of the role currently being played in the US government by Elon Musk. If you step back a bit, what Tesla has achieved in little more than 2 decades is truly remarkable. It was just a handful of people with, as you said in your cue, big dreams. They wanted to produce electric cars and revolutionize the motor industry. Arguably, they've done quite a lot of that. They took electric cars from being seen as pretty uninspiring, mundane, short-range things that you wouldn't want to have on your drive, to being exciting and fun, putting them in the mainstream. I mean, I remember when I first drove a Tesla Model S back in 2012 or 2013, it blew me away because it was completely different from anything we'd seen before. So Tesla has grown massively. And Elon Musk has been a big part of that. He's been the absolute central figurehead of this company, and he has a very loyal following. But what we've been seeing since 2022, when he took over Twitter, now known as X, and much more in recent weeks, as he's first of all been part of the Trump election campaign, and then one of President Trump's closest acolytes in charge of the government's Department of Efficiency, is that he's become a polarizing figure. He's been promulgating his views on X. He's been standing up for a government that wants to go out and dismiss lots of federal government employees. Some people like that, some people don't. But it's made him into a polarizing figure. And the question is really whether that's been affecting Tesla's business.
And what is the business doing now?
Well, Tesla, in some ways, it's in very good health. You know, the Model Y was the biggest selling car worldwide last year. But for the first time in more than a decade last year, we saw Tesla's sales fall. Now, it wasn't a big fall, it was nothing to panic about, but this is a growth-focused company. Its valuation depends on it growing fast. So it was a bit of an alarm bell ringing there. And then at the start of this year, in some markets, particularly in Europe, we saw big falls in sales. Not, I should say, the UK, that's an outlier. Sales here rose 21%. But across Europe, it was down 45% in January, and we've seen other big falls in February. And there is some evidence that Tesla's brand is being hit by what Elon Musk is doing, how he's speaking in public. Things like, for example, appearing in a video at a rally of Alternative für Deutschland during the German election campaign. That's a far-right group. Some people did not like that. So there is some evidence that people who might previously have bought Teslas are moving away from the brand. But that is not the sole reason why Tesla's sales have been struggling.
What are the other reasons? Because I was going to say, you know, are customers still slightly separating in their heads the allure of what is still a very elite brand, Tesla, and those who are committed